Well, today I'm fixing my side mirror of my truck. While I was sleeping, some jerk hit my side mirror and just ran off. Here you go. Here's the screws. Make sure, this one's longer. You could tell this one's longer, but on some of them, they might look the same. But they have different sizes. Just make sure that you know which one is which. And here's the shank that came from this long screw. And here I'm guessing the mechanism is working like this. I guess it's a little broken, but I think it still works, because all I did was just put this in here and there. I think it does. Yeah. Just bang it in. They will do the job. You can see here the retainer ring actually broke on me, like usual. Everything goes not going to plan. But as you can see, I make a little contraption here. Place this here. I might open up the hole a little bit more, and so I can put a washer and a bolt. And I think this is securely firmly, And with my incredible genius, I found a little contraption that will work. I could have fixed it another way, but it'd been a lot more money to go to the store and buy a whole new kit for like $45. So instead, I just wanted to take it apart and fix it any way that I can. Now, when installing the cover back on there, make sure you keep in check of these tabs. Make sure you be mindful of the tabs and not to put it on any way you can. Now, as you can see here, I'm going to put on the screws onto the cover and onto the back of the side mirror. Now, when doing this, make sure you do everything right, nice and level. And like I told you, you got to make sure the tabs and make sure they click all the way. Now, like I said, I could have spent a lot more money, but for $45, I didn't want to spend it. This is my work truck. Now, I am making it up as I go, but I only paid $15 for the replacement mirror. As you can see here, this is just an ordinary mirror from the dollar store. I already took out the mirror out, but this is the plastic for it, the holder. I took the handle off with my oscillating multitool. And now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure how big the hole I got to make for the inside the plastic. And here's the hole. Now the mirror is going to go on top of this, and I'm going to put this in the back, and this is going to be in the front, and we're just going to put it inside. And here I am sticking on the stickers that goes on the back of the mirror. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on these stickers on the back of the mirror and then stick it onto the plastic of the mirror that I bought from the dollar store. This way I'm just going to stick in the screw in the middle, and then I'm going to connect it to the side mirror of my truck. And here's the final result. As you can see, I put some tape on the side. That's just to hold it in between the mirror so it won't be rocking back and forth, but it's completely glued onto the back of the mirror. Now my next project is to change out the starter motor of my truck. Now first, what I'm going to do is remove this connection, the electrical positive connection of the battery. Every time you're gonna mess with the electrical, the best thing to do is just remove this first, because you don't want to ruin anything. And as you can see, the starter, if you follow the wire leaving, it's right around there, right here, if you can see it. Today I'm going to change out my starter motor of my truck. It's been giving me problems, and I already tried hitting it with a hammer and it still won't turn on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disconnect these two connections and the electrical connection off. And as you can see here, I'm already taking it off with my ratchet. Now I already turned off the power, and I already took off one of the connections going to the starter. And so it should be easier from here on out. Here, as you can see, I'm already taking off the bolts. What I did was spray some degreaser Then I let it sit for a little bit, and then I hit it with the impact for like 5 seconds, 3 seconds, just to get a little bit of start. And then I just put my ratchet on there. That's how I did that one right there. And I have my little pipe, my cheater pipe, to give me more leverage. And again, I would suggest that you clean this little area right here that's out dirty with a little rag. You know, put a little degreaser on the rag. Don't put it on here. You might damage something with the fumes or something like that. You know, I'm not sure, but I don't like to risk it. But yeah, you might want to clean this area, because you know you're not gonna be seeing this area for a while, but you don't want dirt to accumulate and you have to buy another one in a year or two. So I would suggest just to clean it so it won't get in the way later on. Okay, now this kit cost me $200. I could have bought it from eBay for $100, maybe $90, but this came with the kit with 24 sanding pads, the sanding pad, and 2 of these blades, the one that has it on there and this one right here, and the guide. Now the only thing about these blades, they're not the real good one that actually last for a long time, because this one I only used it for one job, and as you can see, it looks pretty messed up. You know, I guess I'm just gonna use it for sheetrock, to cut the sheetrock. And so I had to go buy one of these, another one. So this one costs $30. This is actually the pretty good one, but this is not Dewalt. This is actually rigid. So I have to use the adapter. Now the adapter is nice, but that actually takes away from this, because this, you can just take it off, put it back on, and if you put the adapter on, it takes it away from it, because it's not as variable as you like it to be. And here's how you attach the attachments. First, you gotta screw this in with the smaller Allen wrench that it comes with it, and you gotta make sure it's nice and tight. Then you stick in the guide. Just make sure this is out all the way. Put it inside and put it to the level that you want it at, so you can just roll with it. Then to attach these attachments, all you have to do is grab this right here. It's a little ring nut. You put it on here. Then you grab this, and then you have another little nut with a Allen wrench screw, and you just tighten it up. And with the other Allen wrench that comes in the box, just tighten all the way. And you're ready to go. Now, like I said, these are actually higher grade ones. These I got from Rigid. This one I paid like $30. This one's like $20-30 also, but they're higher grade. The ones that actually comes in the package, it's not so good. I don't even have them here, but they're worth the price. They're worth the money, because they do last a lot longer. The ones that I used with my Dewalt ones, they were alright, but they didn't last that long. They only lasted for a project, and as I've been using them for different projects and so it does pay a little bit more money if you pay for the extra, because I'm pretty sure, like, I think it's $45 for the titanium ones from the Dewalt. These are like $30. This one's like $20-30 also. So it just depends on your mood of spending money. And here's a project that I did with the multi-tool. Here I'm taking out all the sheetrock and replacing it with new one. Here, as you can see, there is a 2x4 eaten up by termites. All this living area was eaten up by termites. What I'm doing here, I'm going to replace all the wood that's been eaten up with weather treated wood. It's going to be a good long lasting life for this room, because it says that the termites has been there for a while, so we had to take care of that. Everything was pretty much treated wood, but some of them was first Douglas. But here's the final result. I think it came out pretty good. Here I am changing out the ceiling for one of my clients' house because the storm Harvey actually ruined the ceiling on top of his kitchen, because on top is the balcony. And here is the first scratch coat that I put on it. It was a breeze with my multi-tool.